So I think that you should not be on NoFap and semen retention like for 2-3 years or 4 years, but I think you should obviously maintain a period like in 3 months you fap once. Okay, that those kind of discipline you can maintain, because then you are practicing sexual transmutation, which is your sexual energy, you are transferring it and you are channeling it into a creative force. So, and now how you overcome those intense friction moment of not fapping and not consuming pornography, you are gonna do few things. Okay, first step is, hi, so I just want to ask you a simple question at the start, and if you are smart enough, you will be able to guess the answer. The question is, why do you think these NoFap videos and so-called semen retention videos are so much, popular than other videos and other topic? And why do you think people are more interested in this kind of topic? So the answer is, these kind of videos like NoFap, semen retention, and addiction, these kind of videos are popular because most people are unable to quit. Yeah, now why they're unable to quit? Actually, the truth is, most people who talks about NoFap and semen retention, they are not even on semen retention. Like I have seen so many people talking about, bro, I am on semen retention from last 5 years or from last 6 years, and the irony is they look like shit. They don't have muscle or biceps like you and me, or like most people who goes to gym and who actually puts into work. Okay, those are the people who thinks, okay, we are on semen retention, we will eat whole day rice and carbohydrates, we will not work out, we will not move our body, we will live like a sloth. But just because we do semen retention, we will give some divine energy by which we will achieve some miraculous things. Okay, and that is what they are just telling on videos after video, that bro, men need to control their semen. Okay, men need to stop wasting their semen on cheap things and all. Like obviously it is true, but I'm like, bro, take advice from people who are actually looking good and who are actually putting in work. Okay, not from people who are just sitting like a sloth and with tits and with chubby face and giving you advice on how to be on NoFap and how semen retention is so much beneficial for a man and for in general people, and how it can make you achieve success. Where the truth is, your work can only give you success if you practice semen retention, and if you watch whole day NoFap and semen retention videos, and if you watch whole day how to quit this addiction, that addiction videos, it won't going to give you the result you want, and it won't going to make you successful, which is the purpose you should be chasing. Okay, like to become successful, to become smart, and to become fit. Okay, these are the three main purpose in life according to me. Okay, like doing something physically, doing something monetarily, doing something passionately. Okay, so rather than that, people are just involved in watching every other semen retention and NoFap guys on the internet, and people are obsessed on streaks and timeline. Now there is another bullshit thing about this, people who are obsessed on NoFap streaks and NoFap timelines. I'm going to talk about all the things. Okay, and also I'm going to tell you one of the best way to be on NoFap permanently. So I will talk about that, but let me talk to you about the people who are actually obsessed with NoFap streaks and NoFap timeline. Like some people are so much obsessed with this NoFap streak. Somebody will say, okay bro, I have 250 days of NoFap streak, I have 30 days of NoFap streak. Okay, like I have not fapped for 30 days. Okay, and I am feeling great. How to be stronger on day 31st. There are so much like Instagram pages and like so much groups people are joining, and people are obsessed with their streaks and NoFap timeline and hating women. Okay, like all these things, like if I go into detail, it will take me 1 hour to explain all these things to you. I know that they are coming from a good intention, okay, to be on NoFap, but I'm like, by being on obsessed with NoFap streaks and NoFap timeline, you are not going to be on NoFap. That is the irony of this NoFap streaks and NoFap timeline. People who are obsessed with NoFap and semen retention videos and semen retention and preacher people. Okay, and that is, I think, the dark truth about people who talks about NoFap and semen retention. Most people are not even doing anything in their life. Most people look like shit. They don't work out. Okay, they don't put 30 minutes of hard work in their body, and they don't train every day to look good and to get muscle and to lose their fat. They just sit in front of camera and they just talk about you should meditate, you should do semen retention, you will achieve enlightenment. Bro, talk to people about how to become fit, how to actually get rid of all the addictions and how to become successful in their work. Semen retention and this kind of thing won't going to make alone people successful. The first thing you should keep in mind about the people who talk about NoFap and semen retention, like do they maintain their body, bro? Like they look fit, they take care of their body, they work out or not? Okay, like if they look unhealthy, if they look unfit, if they have teeth and if they don't work out, then don't listen to them. Okay, like find some people who are actually fit and who preaches semen retention. Okay, still you can get some good advice because they work on their body and they maintain their body. And another thing is, whoever talks about semen retention and whoever talks about NoFap, never go obsessively on this topic, okay, on NoFap and semen retention, and never go into the zone of focusing obsessively on NoFap streaks, NoFap timeline, joining different kind of groups of how to be on NoFap permanently, and this NoFap wizard kind of groups which people joins in some Instagram and in some Discord. Okay, like don't go into this kind of zone. You will become a cringe person. Okay, you will not have any good charm left in you. Okay. Why is that? Because NoFap and semen retention is not the problem. The actual problem is you're watching pornography and watching other people having sex, because that is what will rewire your brain in a certain way, and it will cause you problem in your like first person sexual experience, like when you are going to have your individual sexual experience, and when you are going to have a girlfriend and all, you are going to have sex, that time it will cause you problem. Okay, like because you have rewired your brain by watching only pornography and ejaculating. Okay, you are watching other people having sex and you are ejaculating. Okay, so that is how your brain is getting rewired. So when it is actually time to get hard and actually time to get erected and have sex with a partner where there is intimacy which you have earned by your hard work, okay, like in that case you might not get aroused. Okay, you might not get sexually aroused and you might face sexual dysfunction later in your life. Like there is not like very hard scientific evidence, but there is obviously some scientific research here and there talking about that thing. Okay, that it causes sexual dysfunction because your brain is rewired to just watch other people having sex and ejaculate. Okay, so that is the problem. But a guy who is fapping, let's say once in a 2 month, okay, or once in a 3 month, or once a month, okay, and he's in a healthy relationship and he's not watching pornography and is not engaged in degenerate like sexual imagery or some like hypersexualized, watching hypersexualized photos and fapping, like he's not doing this kind of thing, then he is not that bad. Okay, like he's in a pretty good mental state, and he will be successful in life also. Okay, nothing can stop him because he's not watching other people having sex. Okay, and he's not ejaculating to that regularly. Now you will be like, bro, like okay, then fapping is good. I'm not saying fapping is good, I'm saying it is one of the worst thing you can do for your mental health. Because what is the most significant benefit of NoFap? That is nothing but the amount of time saved and the amount of energy saved. Okay, because most people are fapping by, again the problem is pornography. I think this bullshit thing called pornography should be banned from the world. Okay, this is what is messing up people's life. If this thing gets banned, people will live a very happy life, and you will see that time what is happening. People are fapping without even maintaining, counting their days and all. They are fapping once in a month or once in a 2 month, because they are not watching pornography, so they are not wasting time, and they are fapping within, let's say they are getting done within 10 minutes. Okay, so they are not even going to feel guilt, because most of the time you are feeling even guilty, and you are feeling shame because you watch so much NoFap videos and semen retention videos, and so much cringe people are saying, okay bro, you are doing a bad thing, so you relapsed again, you are going to hell. Okay, you are never going to quit it. Okay, so this kind of videos are harmful rather than actually talking about the problem, which is pornography. Okay, so this is what I always talk to you about. Okay, that you should focus on how to quit pornography permanently. You should be on NoFap and you should do semen retention. That comes later. If you want to do NoFap and semen retention for longer period of time, 1 year, 2 year, do bro. But also remember that you have to have sex. You are a biological human being. You can't eliminate your sex emotion. Okay, you have to like either redirect your sex emotion to a creative effort or something, but you can't eliminate it. Okay, you are a biological male, you have high testosterone, it's normal, it's natural, there's nothing to feel guilty about, having sex or having sexual urges. So just remove that guilt and shame part which you have got from watching some cringe people who talks about NoFap and semen retention. Okay, like just fuck those people. Okay, like they are the shittiest people on the internet, who tells if you relapsed, oh, you are done bro, you will never be able to quit porn addiction and you will never be on NoFap. Okay, rather than saying that bro, the main problem is here is pornography addiction. Now, how you quit pornography addiction, like there are certain sets of principles, scientific principles and psychological principles which I talked about on my NoFap and masturbation video, which you can go and check out on the channel, and I will give a link also. So in that you will find some principles, okay, like how to manage your dopamine, how to eliminate the triggers, and those principles apply in every kind of addiction. Okay, if you have alcohol addiction, you can apply few of the principles I talked about in my how to quit pornography addiction also in that video. So that is what I am telling, that the main problem is pornography. NoFap and semen retention is individualistic. Okay, it depends on you, but the thing is you should not do ever regularly. And again the problem is pornography. Like most people are fapping regularly because they are engaged in pornography, and they won't be fapping regularly if there was no pornography videos available for free on the internet. Okay, another thing about NoFap and semen retention which I want to talk to you about is you be on NoFap and you be on semen retention, that is absolutely going to benefit you. But the main purpose of you should be not engaging in this kind of degenerate thing called pornography. Like first purpose should be totally quitting pornography addiction. If you learn to quit pornography, and if you learn to maintain the discipline of not watching pornography and not making yourself sexual aroused, then you will be more focused on going into the dating market and approaching a girl and how to impress a girl, and you will be more focused on this kind of genre, and that will be much more beneficial for you socially, emotionally and physiologically and psychologically. Okay, rather than watching pornography and making yourself aroused and ejaculating to some other people having sex. Okay, so that is the harmful effect. Now, how to be on NoFap and semen retention? So I think that you should not be on NoFap and semen retention like for 2-3 years or 4 years, but I think you should obviously maintain a period, like in 3 months you fap once. Okay, that those kind of discipline you can maintain, because then you are practicing sexual transmutation, which is your sexual energy, you are transferring it and you are channeling it into a creative force. Okay, like you are not wasting your sexual energy through a cheap physical channel. Okay, so that is what I am saying. So that is what you can do, like once in 3 months, or once in 6 months, once in 4 months. Most probably once in 2 months and once in 3 months is a proper timeline. Okay, so that is what you should obviously practice, but your main focus should be quitting porn addiction. Now, how to quit porn addiction and also how to be on NoFap. Best mindset I can tell you is that you need something to replace it. Okay, like you have to find something that will be better than that. Now we would be like, bro, what is better than that? Like watching movies or eating junk foods? I'm not talking about that shit. I'm talking about a good, productive, healthy, dopamine giving activity. Now what is that kind of activity? That you have to figure out for yourself if you still have not figured it out. Okay, now how to figure it out? By doing what Jordan Peterson also tells that future authoring. Now what do you want from yourself, and what kind of life you want to live, what kind of relationship you want in future, like in 2 to 3 years. Okay, like so you have to write down, I want this from my career, like I want to crack this exam in future, okay, within 2 years, and I want to achieve this much rank in my state. Okay, or I want to be a YouTuber. Okay, I want to post this much videos, and I want to become so much skilled at this particular thing that I want to make money out of it on YouTube or on Instagram, on any social media platform. So or relationship wise, you want a very healthy, intimate, and a very non-toxic relationship, and to get that partner you have to make yourself also physically fit, emotionally fit. You have to get a job, or you have to be able to have some kind of money, or some resources, so that you can provide for the girl. That is how your relationship is going to sustain. So you have to think about all these things. Okay, you have to make a plan to achieve those things, and like that is what you want, and that should be more rewarding than your or short-term gratification activity, which is fapping and jerking off. So that is how you have to find an activity which is better than that. It is with any kind of addiction, like not only with pornography addiction and fapping, it is with every kind of addiction, even with alcohol. Like Like you have to find something better than alcohol. Okay, I know alcohol is good, you have to understand about the harmful effects. So that is one way to quit that addiction. Another step to quit any addiction is, after understanding the harmful effects and after understanding every principles that will help you to quit any addiction, and that will help you to abstain from that particular addiction. After that, the next step is, you have to find some activities to replace those activities, to replace the addictive substance or to replace the addictive activities. Okay, so that is how you will be able to quit addictions like, pornography addiction or alcohol addiction. So quitting any kind of addiction, whether it is porn addiction and alcohol addiction, it will be painful. Okay, you will feel like a physical pain because your brain is rewiring. Okay, your brain will generate urges to watch porn, to consume alcohol, but you are forcing yourself not to do this activity, so you will feel pain. Just like that, when you are practicing NoFap and semen retention, let's say you are going to quit pornography addiction and you are going to abstain from pornography and you are going to be on NoFap for 3 months or 4 months, as long as you want. Okay, so to instill that discipline, what you have to do is you have to understand first of all the principles that will help you quit pornography addiction, and you have to understand like how to manage your dopamine. You have to understand how to eliminate the triggers that gives you the urges. The most important thing is you have to be able to maintain discipline and your willpower in those intense friction moments when you feel the urge to watch porn, and when you feel the urge to fap, okay, or when you feel the urge to consume any addictive substance. Okay, and now how you overcome those intense friction moment of not fapping and not consuming pornography. You are gonna do few things. Okay, first step is you are going to acknowledge the pain, that yeah, it is painful, it is hard, it is tough. Okay, then you are going to say to yourself that though it is painful, though it is hard, though it is tough on me and I am feeling like a physical pain, still it is good for me, because it is going to give me a dopamine, good amount of healthy dopamine later in the future, and it is going to give me good reward. Okay, and the reward which I want in future. And your second thing, you are going to say that if I don't give into this addiction now, like if I don't fap now, if I don't consume this pornography now, and even if I don't scroll my Instagram now, yeah, then it is a win for me. So this is a concept of celebrate your daily wins, because most of the time when you are quitting addiction, your dopamine tends to fall very low. So when you say to yourself that bro, if I don't do this, it is a win, so there is a little bit amount of dopamine you get, okay, which is very much beneficial for you to sustain your journey of NoFap or quitting any kind of addiction. So this is all about today's video. I hope you have learned very much thing about this NoFap and semen retention, and what is the main problem, which is pornography, not NoFap and semen retention. Because if you quit this kind of addictions called pornography, then you are either way going to be on NoFap easily. Okay, yeah, now if I simply conclude and summarize this video, then what I have tried to convey through this video is do not take advice about semen retention and about NoFap from the people who do not take care of themselves, who do not work out, who eats bad unhealthy food, and who just talks about if you be on NoFap and semen retention you are going to achieve some enlightenment. Do not take advice from them, because they are going to lead you to a path which will be very bad for you, and you will end up living a very miserable life. And another thing is also, when you are going on NoFap and when you are going on semen retention, understand the main problem is not NoFap and semen retention. The main problem is this addiction called pornography and ejaculating to watching other people having sex. And how to quit this addiction and how to be on NoFap permanently, the best mindset you can get into is you have to replace this pornography and ejaculation and fapping kind of activities with some better activities. Okay, like you have to replace with some valuable goal that you want to achieve in long term, like you have to do some future authoring and some journaling. Okay, like what you want to achieve in next 2 to 3 years timeline. Okay, what kind of relationship you want, what kind of career you want, what kind of wealth you want, and what kind of life you want to give to your parents, and what kind of impact you want to have in your community and in your society. Okay, so this kind of things you have to write about, and then you work towards those things, and those will be hopefully better rewarding than your short-term gratification and short-term depression giving activity called ejaculation to watching pornography. So that is what I wanted to say, and I hope that you have gained something good amount of value from this video. Also, there is a red button down there which is subscribe button. You can click it. Also, you can like the video and share it so that YouTube knows to circulate this kind of good videos on the YouTube platform, okay, rather than just circulating cringe videos. So till then, I will see you soon in my next video. Don't forget to stay tough, stay savage, and bye bye, take care, see ya.
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no, I'm funded.